Hello everybody. Yes, I am back on YouTube. Now there is a reason why I have left, and that is because I was just unhappy with my videos. And I really wanted to wait until I could figure out a new setting up system so you guys can see me better, which you guys can now, so that's great. And I am saving up to get a new backdrop because obviously this one is see-through, so we're just gonna have to deal with that for now until I get a new one. Let's get started with this video, okay? So I wanted to do more of a get ready with me, new makeup update, and of course you guys wanted to see the Jaclynhill palette, so I am going to use that today. Now, first I'm going to start off with my eyebrows because everybody needs eyebrows, and my eyebrow routine has definitely changed and it's 10 times easier. That's why I'm going to do it on camera or I will be here all day. So first I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Definer in Taupe, and this is all I use. This is all I use for my eyebrows now. It's kind of angled, so it's really easy just to follow your eyebrow line. So I'm just gonna, I don't make strict lines right away. I like to just brush them in to make more hair-like strokes. It's just so much easier. Look, my tail's right done. Now I go more heavy-handed on the end rather than up front. When I get up front, I'm going to do more brush strokes and very light-handed because I don't want a lot of product up here. First it's sideways, so I'm gonna just kind of flick up and then kind of flick up a little bit to make that little line right there, and boom, there's one eyebrow. Easy. Yes, I know. So I'm going to do the other eyebrow off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, bye. Alright, let's zoom in now that my eyebrows are done. Now we're going to go on to priming the eyes. So first I'm going to go in, like always, with my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. And I'm just going to put a little dot right on my eye. And then buff it out with my Real Technique Deluxe crease brush. Like always, this is like the best brush to buff out your concealer on your eyelid. It just makes an even coat all over the eye, and I kind of follow the arch of my eyebrow so I can kind of clean it up a little bit. Now to set that, I normally go in with like a neutral eyeshadow, just a white plain shade, but in the Jaclynhill palette, there is not really one that is light enough for me, so I'm going to set it with the Airspun Loose Face Powder right here. And I'm just going to set that with just like a flat Wet n Wild brush. I'm just going to pick up some product and just brush it on. Alright, now for the best part of this video. Yes, let me just open up for you guys. It's not like this thing is all over YouTube, but look at this thing, you guys. It is so pretty, so creamy and easy to blend that I would sell it to everybody that I know because it is so amazing. It's a good starter out. They still got the colors, so you can, you know, try new stuff, see if you like it. Now, I'm not going to touch the colors today, maybe just a little bit, but as always, we're going to start with the crease. And I'm going to pick up this shade right here. Now, I'm just going to pick that up with a big fluffy brush. I just normally use my ABH Duo. It's like the two-sided brush, but this is the fluffy side and this is more of a flat side. So I'm going to pick that up and just go straight into the crease and buff it out. Alright, with that same brush, I'm going to go in with a second transition shade And I'm literally gonna go into the shade right next to it, so right here. And go right over top of the first transition shade. To deepen up the crease a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna mix these two shades together to deepen up the crease a little bit. And for this, I'm going to use a Morphe, but I'm gonna do 2 taps in both eyeshadows and then just go straight in the crease. I'm gonna focus it more on the outer corner with most of the product, and then when I have less product, I'm gonna go closer to the inner corner. I really want this to be very smoked out. Now that I've gotten the crease where I kind of want it, I'm gonna start picking up some darker colors, and I am going to first pick up this one right now, this one right here, with the Real Technique base shadow brush. I'm gonna press the product really in on the skin, and then I'll buff it out. That way I have more product and it's kind of more pigmented. And then I'm gonna go in with the brush that I used before that. I'm really gonna just do this over and over again to intensify this color. So I'm gonna use the tip of this brush, and I'm going to pick up this dark shade right here. And I'm just gonna press this kind of like, I don't know, it's like where the crease is between my eyeball and the socket of my eye. I kind of just push it in there. And then I'll buff it out with that same blending brush that we used before. See how it just kind of darkens it up right there? Yeah, that's what I want. Give me that darkness. Alright, now buff it out. Now I'm really not putting this over the eyelid, I'm kind of just putting this right in the crease, and that's it. I don't want to bring it too low. It's just kind of there to give me some dimension in my eyes. I am going to pick up this shade right here with just a regular flat brush. Just like this. I'm not going to spray it with anything because you really don't need to, but if you want it to be more intense, why not? So I'm just going to pick that up with a flat brush, just like this. And I'm going to just do it right in the middle, right here. Just like that. So I didn't bring it into the inner corner and I didn't take it to the outer corner. It's just kind of right in the center. Now that we have that place, I'm going to just take this same brush right here and just kind of go over the edge between the outer and the middle shade to brush it together, just like that. For the inner, I've decided I am going to pick up this shade right here. On that same flash brush, I have a towel right down next to me, and I just clean it off and use it again. So, just pick up that eyeshadow, and I'm just placing in the inner corner. Now when I get closer to the other shade, I'm just gonna flick it, just like that. So they kind of just blend into each other. Alright. Now, we're going to do some winged eyeliner. I will try to attempt this, because some days it just doesn't work out for me. For my winged eyeliner, I am going to use the Maybelline New York Eye Studio Gel in the blackest black. And I'm going to use this very fine tip brush, just like this. It came from another brush collection, well, brush set like normal, so it doesn't really have a name. I'm just gonna pick that up with the brush, get a lot on there. So I want it to be really dark. And then I kind of use the edge to just shape it to make it skinny again, how I like it, so I can create that wing. Now I'm going to first start by lining my eyes and then do the wing and kind of bring it together, because I find that more easier rather than other techniques, but that's just me. So I'm going to pull my eyelid kind of straight and just follow my lash line. I kind of get a little more thick at the end because it's going to be thick anyways, so I don't worry about it too much, and I really make sure it's thin up front. Alright, now that I've made it, I'm going to make the little wing, the little tail. As you get closer to the end, kind of let up off your brush so you're not pushing down so hard to make it more straight and crisp. And then I like to connect it like this first, and then pick up more product, grab from about maybe like 3/4 of the way, and then I'll bring it down. Alright, now I'm going to go do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Now that I have my wings done, they are not perfect at all, and probably will never be, so I'm going to teach you guys how to clean up your concealer to make your winged eyeliner look more perfect. So I'm going to take my Tarte shape like normal, and this flat Morphe brush, kind of concealer brush, and I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit, just the tiniest bit. And I kind of put a dot of a majority of my product right there, so I don't go in with a lot. And I just kind of clean up my eyeliner line a little bit. Just like that. Now, I kind of just buff it out with my finger a little bit. I kind of bring the brush down, all the product down, so I can buff it out with my finger and not a lot of product is closer to the wing. Now that that's all finished, we're going to pop on some mascara. For mascara, like always, I'm going to use the Maybelline The Colossal Express because this is my favorite mascara. Now that mascara's on, for lashes, we're going to use the Ardell 600 Wispy.
Go do some flavor, and I'm going to go apply those off camera, and we'll get started on the face. Okay.
Alright, now that the lash is on, we're going to go to the face, and we're first going to prime. Now, first I'm going to use the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer. And I'm going to put that more on my acne, in the areas that I have big pores, so right up in this area, kind of basically my T-zone, to smooth everything out. Plus this will help with my oiliness in the T-zone, which is even better. With the rest of the product, I'm going to kind of just smear it. Now that our face is primed, we're going to spray a little of the Badescu Rose Water Spray. This feels so good. I sometimes put it in my fridge on a hot day, and I'll just spray the crap out of my face, and it'll feel so good, and I'm just like... So you can of course use that for cooling yourself down, or as more of a primer, which I love to use as well. I'm gonna move the hair back. Sorry, I'm like, really don't mean to. It's just kind of like a force of habit because I'm trying to get it out of my face in a way, but it just keeps, it's like short, so it'll keep on falling up front. And I'm like, oh, just speed it back there, right? Alright, so for foundation, this is my favorite foundation for the summertime. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. It is the buildable luminous foundation, and it's in the shade N2. I'm gonna actually just dip my Beauty Blender straight in and really build up the coverage that I want. Now for concealer, we're gonna use two. I'm gonna use one that's closer to my regular skin tone, and then one that's a little bit lighter, so I can highlight. So I'm gonna conceal and highlight at the same time. So to conceal, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewinder. Well, Age Rewind. Erase dark circles, and it's a treatment concealer, and this is in the shade Light. Now also with this concealer, I'm gonna just kind of dot over my acne that didn't cover up with the foundation. To highlight, I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape and just kind of do dots, kind of at the high points, like at my cheekbone, cupid's bow, like the tip of my nose, just to highlight. To set that all in place, I'm going to use the Airspun Translucent, and I'm going to bake under my eyes, just where I normally bake, and then I'll set everything else with a powdered foundation, so everything kind of just stays in place. So first I'm going to use the Beauty Blender to bake where I normally would crease. And I really press the extra powder into my nose so my foundation stays. Now I'm also going to use this where my smile lines are at, and then right between my eyebrows. For the rest of the face, I am going to use the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. This is Skin Transforming Powder in the shade Classic Ivory. I'm going to use a big fluffy brush. This is the Real Techniques powder brush. This is just a big fluffy brush. I don't want a lot of product. I'm just going to swirl it in, and instead of kind of sweeping, I'm going to pat in the places that I didn't put translucent powder. I'm going to pick up some more powder and just brush the excess translucent powder underneath, so it just sets even more. For bronzer, we're going to go in with the Butter Bronzer. This is by the Physician Formula. This bronzer is so amazing. Oh my gosh. It like goes with every skin type. So for the brush I'm going to use is just a kind of small, big, fluffy Morphe brush. And I'm just going to pick a little bit up and bronze up this face a little bit. Alright, now to contour a little bit so it's not just all bronze. I'm going to go in with the Hoola Benefit Bronzer with my normal Morphe M23 brush. This is just a flat. I just pick up a little bit. And chisel out my cheekbones. For blush, we're gonna go in with the Morphe 9B. And I kind of want to pick up this corally shade right here. I think it'll go very pretty with the eye. And I'm gonna just use a angled Morphe brush. I am going to spray my face with the Badescu. For highlight, we're gonna use the Anastasia Aurura Sun Glow Kit. So pretty, you guys. But my new favorite combo for highlight, if I can find my brush, I use the Morphe M.F.E.O. and I just pick up Eclipse and Luna. So I just dust it on lightly. For the under eye, we're going to use a small definer brush. This is by Morphe. And we're going to pick up the darkest shade that we used, which is going to be this one right here. And I'm going to really push that into my lash line. Now that I've done that, we're going to buff it out. Pick up the mix of these two, you can see the mix of these two shades, and smoke out that dark shade. For the inner corner highlight, I'm going to pick up this shade right here with just a little flat. Where'd you go? This is the Wet n Wild. It's kind of just like, let's see if it'll focus, kind of flat. And I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. Wow, you guys, this color. This is like my favorite inner corner highlight. Once this palette came in, it's been sitting on my desk, well, my vanity, and I use it every time I do my makeup. So like, I just can't get tired of it. I just want to use all of the colors before I put it away, you know? Now for lips, we're gonna go in with two lip glosses. I know these are kind of crazy colors. Well, I guess this one's crazy, but and this one's more light. We're gonna make sure that they don't mix together. So first we're gonna go in with the Marc Jacobs Moonglow High Shine Lip Lacquer, and the shade is Moonglow, like I said, and I'm gonna apply this all over the lips. Now that we applied that all over the lips, we're going to take the Urban Decay Revolution High Color Gloss in Punk Drunk. And I'm going to kind of apply this very, very lightly, like at the high points of my lips. So like right in the fat area and on the tips, just to give it a little bit of color. And it is bright, so I'm going to wipe off a lot of the excess first before I do. gonna set the face with the Morphe Prep and Set Makeup Setting Spray. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys like this. And give me a little feedback on how you guys like this little talk through, but not too much talking, kind of explaining everything, that kind of stuff. So let me know if you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.